Hey, how's it going? All right, so I want to show you the most complicated Hello World that I personally have ever done. So playing with some Bluetooth, low energy, and got an ESP32 here, um, which has Bluetooth capabilities, and then I've got a native application written in React Native, uh, doing some Hello World. So if we look over here to the right, this is a mirror um, of the little React app. And you can see there's a button for my ESP32, which is this. And when I click OK, you can vaguely see, and this is Hello World's always like the first thing, but was like a surprisingly difficult Hello World. So you can see there it says Hello World. So what I'll do is a quick code share on how this is all happening behind the scenes. So, like I said, the front end app is written in React Native, and the back end, well, I guess the device is actually using Arduino. So, this is Platform IO, which is a much better IDE for Arduino. It's really nice. And basically, we've got a setup function here. Um, and the part that really matters is where we create a BLE manager, and we're going to init it with our name, my ESP32. And that's actually where that name in the native app list came from. So if we go into, it's got libraries, we go into our Bluetooth low energy library. And basically on the init we're doing is we're creating a Bluetooth server. So this is like a server. Uh, and then we create a service and a characteristic. Basically, the service is going to be like the name of the device kind of thing, like this service is for this device, which can have many characteristics. And this characteristic has these properties like notify. And basically now we're doing is we're while truing, just doing a loop. This needs refactoring, but basically we're saying, hey, characteristic dot set value hello world, and then we're going to do notify. So that is making it so that the device is notifying every 3 seconds hello world. Um, So then if we look at our little app, you can see we've got our device, my ESP32, the value is hello world. So this could be a value like sensor data, all kinds of different things, but this is just now just experimenting with the Bluetooth Low Energy. So how the app works, that is using React Native, which I'm pretty new with, but it's really nice. And this is definitely still a little messy, and then I got some import issues, but um, what we do is we have a functional component and we're going to create a BLE manager. So there's the same concept on the C++ as there is in the native app. We're setting our log level to verbose because I've been doing a lot of troubleshooting. There's a lot to Bluetooth. Um, and what I want to show you first, just high level before we dive into the more of the application logic is we've got the concept of adapter state, which on your mobile devices is the interface between the Bluetooth radio and the application. So different states you can be in are uh, unauthorized, unknown, powered on, all those different things. And actually, we're logging. Let's see this thing logged. We're logging here the adapter state, and so it's powered on here. And then we basically have characteristics. We're mapping through our characteristics, and we've got a base64 value and a UUID. And then if we go to the C++ code, that UUID is actually the configuration characteristic. So it knows, so like this, I don't know if we can do a control find. So you can basically see the 6A8 is the last 6A8. So it's basically this characteristic, and we're publishing that value, which is shown in the display. And it's still a little buggy, and I'm still fleshing this out because my end goal is to have like a little PCB where you can turn things on and off, and you could read values through Bluetooth. because like with Bluetooth 5, the range is like 40 meters or like 100. You get a lot more range, and there's a lot. Bluetooth is just very interesting technology. Um, so the application code for the React, like I said, we create a BLE manager, and the first step is you want to get your adapter state. So I have this select adapter state method or function that's going to take in the BLE manager, and we're using RxJS. So adapter state, which is basically, if we look at the definition, is an enum that has all of those adapter states, resetting, unauthorized, all that kind of stuff. Basically, we have a behavior subject, and the Bluetooth manager has these callbacks, which it uses for state changes. So basically, what we do is in our callback function, we're going to next the new state on this here, and then basically return the adapter state as an observable there. So basically, at the end of this, if you look at our return type, at the end of this function, we have a observable of the adapter state. So if it changes to like, if it does something like, so something that's pretty cool is in here you can put your breakpoints, but basically we'll put a breakpoint in select adapter, basically here. So this adapter change, if we go ahead and change our Bluetooth setting, we come to connections, Bluetooth, basically turn it off. So now you can see here's our new state. Oh, actually, so yes, that adapter state, where are we gonna next the new state? Basically, that's getting fired, and we're updating to the latest state, which is going to be powered off. So that's getting called multiple times there. I got to do a little research on what's up with that. But if we come back now to the app, you can now see application state. It's powered off. Connections, Bluetooth. And if we come back, powered on. So that's what that adapter state is. Then the next thing, if we go back to like the main file here, is the device, and select devices is going to take the adapter state. So, and you'll see why later. And again, that BLE manager object. So we come in here, and basically what we're going to do is on our adapter state, we're going to distinct until change. So if it says powered on, powered on, powered on 3 times, that we'll just count that as 1. We're going to filter on adapter states where state is equal to powered on, because we're only going to want to actually do this select devices function when the device is in that powered on state, and that is a real pain to get correct. So when it's powered on, we're going to do manager.startDeviceScan. And this is where this function is going to take a list of service IDs and an object for scan options, which right now, since it's null, we're returning all of the services, but you could very, very easily have it where your C++ code had like this service, so we could basically hard code it or make it configurable. Somehow you could be more specific on the devices you're looking for that. So what we do, we get our device to add. Same kind of deal, we're using observables. So we got our devices behavior subject, which is a list of devices, and we're nexting on it, and that's going to basically give you that list. And then some of the fancy stuff with React, like I said, I'm new with React, but there's a use observable helper function that's basically going to take an observable and return you using hooks the actual like state. So that's what we're using to actually build the buttons, is looping through that. So yeah, I would say this was a complicated hello world. Still learning with Bluetooth. Next step is you can send commands to the device. So you as a user could do all kinds of cool things with this Bluetooth technology. So stay tuned for more.